Well, good evening, trustees and members of the community. Before we start the report, I want to draw everyone's attention to this beautiful Steinway piano over here, and I believe that Miss Robin Bailey will be sharing more with us in a little bit about it. But it is one of our more than 200 brand new pianos delivered into every school this fall. And I believe, Miss Bailey, this one was delivered today. Okay, very good. So, and I'll tell you, for those of us on this side of the table, it smells brand new. So it has that new piano smell. So it is a great day in the Ann Arbor Public Schools as we see concrete examples of how our community supports us, with about $3 million being spent on musical instruments for our children this year. As many of you know, we experienced a fire in the chicken coop at Ann Arbor STEAM on Saturday evening. And I just wanted to take a minute to thank our first responders, the Ann Arbor Fire Department, City Manager Howard Lazarus, the fire investigator, Ms. Summersgill, and Marios Demetriou, who was out on the scene and has been on the scene, I believe, every day since then. Ms. Marilyn Colligan was also out on Sunday to help us on site. Our teachers have done an incredible job, and we're making progress through this recovery and restoration of the school and of the coop. You probably have heard that we lost some of our chickens, but one of the hens survived the fire. And I just want everyone to know that she's doing well in recovering and has been released from the animal hospital. And I just wanted to give a special shout out to veterinarian David Cattle from the Ann Arbor Animal Hospital for his kind and generous assistance in taking care of the chicken. He provided treatment and all those medications at no cost to the district. He's a parent in our district, and he wanted to do that. And I just want to make sure the community knows how wonderful partners like that step in and help us. And she has been released. She's at a family home taking her medication and evidently doing quite well. So Pioneer High School's computer coding team took top honors in the 4th co-ed high school programming competition hosted by Michigan State University Department of Computer Science and Engineering and Women in Engineering Recruitment in K-12 Outreach. MSU's Programs for the Future. 25 teams from around the state competed. One of the competition's requirements is that there is a 50% representation of women or underrepresented students from each participating school. So very exciting, and you can see some photos there. The Ann Arbor Public Schools is hosting its 3rd annual STEAM Expo. And trustees, audience, members of the community, get this date on your calendar. December 5th at Skyline High School. It'll be from 6 to 8 p.m. in the Commons at Skyline. I promise you, you'll be so impressed with all the activities that will go on. It will include teachers and students from kindergarten through high school, and they'll be sharing what they're doing and what they're learning in class with science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. Playground models, 3D printing projects, design and modeling projects, and information on STEAM summer camps are just some of the exciting stations that will be featured at the Expo. In years past, this has been one of the favorite nights of the year because you see students all the way from little guys all the way up to juniors and seniors who are driving their pre-programmed robots around the event. In addition, all of our robotics teams will be there, and they'll be showing off their great robots. Clake Principal Mr. Che Carter shared with me recently a complimentary note that he received from Gettysburg Battlefield guide, who is retired history teacher, about the 8th grade students who toured the battlefield on November 7th. She wrote, They were fantastic during their tour and eager to learn of the events of this great decisive battle of the Civil War. You would be very proud of all of them. They were very respectful and represented their school, their parents, and themselves very well. And she said, I think I'm going to postpone my retirement because it was just so much fun to hang out with your students. So what a great honor. And students were always so proud of you, and especially proud when you're out in the public and others get to see how truly wonderful you are. Pioneer men's tennis coach, Mr. Tom Pullen, has been inducted into the National High School Athletic Coach Association's Hall of Fame. Only 2 coaches from each state are selected for this honor and are chosen from the nominations received from each state's Coaches Association. Criteria for being selected includes success of their program over years, as well as their contribution to the sport, to their school, and to their community. So congratulations, Mr. Pullen. We're so excited for your accomplishment. We also wanted to offer our congratulations to Durham School Services, and particularly Crew Chief John Nicolech, and the bus maintenance crew. They received a certificate of excellence from the Michigan State Police for achieving 100% pass rate for school bus safety inspections for the 2016-17 school year. I know we assume that our buses are safe, but this is the gold standard, and it shows that absolutely they are. I want to thank our special education staff and our district counselors for their work. This is one of the best nights of the year also. They hosted a successful transition fair for students who are transitioning from high school to college, and particularly designed to point students in the direction of particular universities that will help them and support them with any special needs or concerns that they may have about entering college. So we appreciate our team's efforts, and thanks to all of our families. It was a very well attended event and a very informative event for our high school students. Mr. Demetriou and I continue to meet with City Administrator Howard Lazarus and other officials on our Transportation Safety Committee. We just, trustees had another meeting yesterday, and I was very delighted to hear, and by the way, thank you, Trustee Gaynor, for serving as the board liaison to the Transportation Safety Committee. Yesterday, we were delighted to hear Howard Lazarus update and sharing with us that the Tier 1 and Tier 2 action items for safety, pedestrian, and transportation safety are being addressed. These include flashing lights, reduced speed limits during school arrival and dismissal, additional lighting, and crosswalk markers. I don't know about you, but as I drive around town, I'm able to see the results of these steps that we're taking to make our students safer. I was especially excited about an activity going on at Carpenter Elementary. They have really launched well this remote drop-off location where we bus the students, and they have over 30 students riding that bus every day, and we're so excited because it reduces the number of cars that have to drive through that parking lot. And so, 30 students means, probably at least 20 cars that we've reduced out of their pickup and drop-off lane every day. So congratulations, Carpenter. They've used a lot of social media, so you can get out and see their great announcements. We're so grateful to have a good partnership with city and township officials to address our transportation, student, and pedestrian and bike safety issues. Yesterday, I had the pleasure, as Ms. Carter shared, of meeting with Elementary Caucus of the AAEA. I just look forward to the day that we get to meet with our teacher representatives. They shared so many things that we wanted and needed to hear, and we were able to make a list of ideas and next steps together, and we look forward to following up on those. And I want to thank our teachers. It's a very busy time of year. They could easily usually find lots of reasons why they don't have time to attend those meetings, but they take the time and we have good quality conversation. And thank you, Ms. Carter, and Ms. Ringo leads that group. And I believe every single elementary school was represented yesterday, so that was great. And thanks to my team for going along as well. Monday, we had the great pleasure of meeting with both staff and community at Bryant-Pattengill. We are organizing a community process over there in that community to look at Bryant-Pattengill 2.0 and what do we want to do to enhance their programs and their outreach and what they already do well and just make good even better. Last Saturday, the University of Michigan celebrated its 20th anniversary of the Mack Program. So happy 20th birthday to U of M's Mack Program. For those of you who may not be familiar, this is a marvelous program, an intensive course of study where students earn a master's degree along with the teaching certificate. The Ann Arbor Public Schools has partnered with this program for 20 years, since its very outset. And we have their student teachers into our school. I was very proud last August and September, to note that we hired, it was somewhere 8 or 9 of these graduates. They graduate with a master's degree. They have already worked in our schools. I was particularly excited last fall because it was a very diverse group, a very talented group, and in fact, we took a selfie together that I tweeted out, and it was just a great day. So we're excited, and Ms. Dickinson Kelly was there on Saturday at their Saturday event, and several of our great teachers presented sessions during their anniversary event last Saturday. This Friday morning, we're looking forward to our Allen Elementary School National Blue Ribbon Schools Award. This is the big school celebration, and I have to say, all the festivities that go on between the time of the announcement, this is the best one. The other ones you go through because you're supposed to, but this one is the real fun. So the students will actually get their hands on the real live award, and they deserve to do that because they won this great award. I know that several of the trustees are going to be attending that event. There will be student performances and just lots of great fun. I do understand they all have matching shirts, Miss Linden, that they're going to put on right before the assembly, so they'll look sparkling and fresh there on that assembly day. Next week is Thanksgiving, and I too would like to take a moment to thank our Ann Arbor Public Schools staff and students and community. As we look around our state and look across the country, we realize that we have so very much for which to be grateful here in the Ann Arbor Public Schools. And I don't know about you, but over the previous year, it's become clearer to me that local is our pathway. And so I just want to thank everyone for being in partnership and support of our students. And this is a great time to give thanks for all of our partnerships and for all of our supports. We also want to remember those who are less fortunate. And I know that many of our school teams and principals are already building the baskets, and they'll be out next week on Monday and Tuesday, and some of them even on Thursday and Friday of this week, sharing with those who are less fortunate. So best wishes to all for a peaceful and restful Thanksgiving holiday and safe Thanksgiving holiday. Thank you.